Hello, this is Miss Schrader. Today we're going to be talking about two ancient Chinese philosophies that, in some ways, still affect China and all of the world in the modern era. They are Daoism and legalism. My students, you are going to need a piece of paper and something to write with so that you can take notes. When you're done, you're giving me between 5 and 7 sentences on Daoism and legalism. Okay, so the word Taoism is also sometimes pronounced as Taoism with a T, um, and it refers to the Tao, which means the way or the road. So the idea is that you should be following a road. And according to the stories, the whole thing was started by this guy, Lao Tzu, that you're looking at in the picture, who started this concept of Taoism, and he wrote the first book that is attributed to it, Tao Te Ching. There's also another book, The Writings of Zhuang Ji, and these are supposedly the keystones, the starting points of Taoism. The most famous part of Taoism is probably the symbol that you're looking at and that some of you might recognize. This is the symbol for yin and yang. And the idea is that you keep everything in your life balanced. If the yin and the yang symbol were moving, which is supposed to do one, it spins. The black hole at the top gets larger. Also, the white hole at the bottom gets larger until eventually the black replaces the white and the white replaces the black, and you have an exact opposite of what you're looking at. People talk about this as being all of the various different opposites, the man and the woman, the weak and the strong, and so on. And that we should have all of these things balanced in our lives. So things like we should have weakness, but we also need to have strength. We need to have a feminine side and a masculine side. And all of these things are symbolized in the concept of yin and yang, which in the modern Western world is the most famous part of Taoism. Now, Taoism is not a religion, it is a philosophy on how you should live your life, but it does have elements of religion in it. What we're looking at is the hall of worship of the Wang Temple in, I hope I pronounce it correctly, Dujiayang, Sichuan. And they are putting out incense and candle offerings to the gods because it's not a monotheistic religion, hoping to keep, once again, everything in balance in their lives. Because if you have balance, you have harmony. What you're looking at now is the Hanging Monastery, a monastery that combines three philosophies: Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. So Taoism allows itself to be part of other religions. The concept of, once again, that harmony, working with other things, that it's okay for things to be different. That's a good thing, according to them. So they are part of a lot of different religions. In fact, a lot of people who practice Christianity try to make sure that they are practicing some Taoist concepts. A lot of the concepts of yoga that are done today come from Taoism. Okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about legalism. Legalism, its own way, is the exact opposite of Taoism, which the Taoists probably would love. Legalism gets its ideas from the word legal. Everything has a law, the laws are put into place, and everybody must follow the laws. If everybody follows the laws, then everybody's going to be happy, everybody's going to be content, etc. If you don't follow the laws, they have really strong, vicious punishments for people who don't follow the laws. The picture you're looking at is a picture of a district magistrate, which is a combination of a mayor, chief of police, judge, and even a military commander. And he got his position by taking a civil service exam, and he has a staff who work with him. And basically, he's the most powerful guy in a small community. He, in his turn, sends his information up to his boss, who sends it on up eventually to the emperor, and the emperor is all powerful. So legalism is started by a guy named Guan Zhong, who lived between 720 and 645 BCE. The books that are going with it are the Di Jing and the very famous book by Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And these are books that deal with, you will make sure that something works this way. If you want to fight a war and win, do it this way. So it really is about making sure that the people who are against you are put under control. So this is an early version of The Art of War, originally written in the 6th century BCE. And it is basically telling what you should do in order to win a war. And so it's an enormously popular book. Today it is considered classical literature, and you can go to the bookstore and find a copy of it in modern English and you could read it. Legalism got a really big boost under the Emperor Qin Shi Huangdi. You can see some of his terracotta warriors here. Legalism makes sure that the emperor is stronger than any individual who works for him. Goes against the concept of Confucian, which goes with you make sure that one person is taking care of the other and so on. Here it's the law is the law, you follow the law, or you will be severely punished. And so Qin Shi Huangdi really liked that concept. During his time in power, he was persecuting and prosecuting Confucianists and pushing forward the concepts of legalism. What you're looking at here are some seals that are standardized by Lai Sai for the first emperor, which helps him to gain control of everything and keep control because everything is standardized, everything is structured the way the emperor wants it to be, and that's the way it would be under legalism. Okay, so we've been discussing two different philosophies of ancient China which affect us today, Daoism and legalism. My students, I'd like you to give me between 5 and 7 sentences about what you found interesting, educational, and important about the two different philosophies. Thank you.